What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? So today's video is going to be another belt restoration video. So there's some things that tends to happen with WWE shop belts, which we are going to explore as we restore one of my favorites right here. Before we get into it, I'm your boy Jay Brown. Let's join the fray. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Wrestler Friend. Welcome to another edition of Belting Out. While it is not a new belt day, it is about restoring one of my favorite WWE shop replicas, the US title. Now, let me show y'all exactly what's going on. You see the paint falling off the stripe of the flag there. And how did I find out about this? My wife, who pretty much doesn't like the fact that I have more belts than I anticipated, was in here one day and she was all like, "Babe, what happened to the stripes on your belt?" I saw it, I was all like, "Oh man." Now, here's the thing. A lot of times you hear about this happening with the swoosh on the WWE and Universal titles. And the type of paint that they use on those, I don't think you can really pick up, so it tends to be harder. But this looks like standard red paint. So what we're gonna do, we are gonna take red and white testers paint. And I know some people do this restoration with toothpicks, and I did it with a toothpick when I modded my Big Eagle, but we're actually gonna use precision brushes. I recommend using precision brushes over toothpicks because you have a better steady hand and then the paint strokes look so much better. This is the same type of brush I use when I painted the globe on my last restoration belt. And I am debating, guys. There's a mod I wanted to do this belt for the longest time, and since I'm going to have to paint it anyway, I think I'm going to paint the surface area under the stars blue like I anticipated. Well, without further ado, let's get to work. Alright, so that wasn't as hard as I thought it was because the borders are kind of thick. The red seems a little darker. The white actually seems to match up pretty well, but we won't know the actual color until it officially dries. And looks like I'm at least gonna have to put a second coating on the white because I can see the silver kind of coming out, and of course the silver filling the borders, but I could take care of that a little bit later. But in the meantime, we are going to try painting background blue. Alright, so I'm gonna allow it to dry. I thought the banner turned out pretty good. Now, of course, the red and white, I expect it to match up as well. It's probably the closest I will get to it, but I'll tell you what, it looked a lot better than it was. But you can actually tell the difference in, well, a little bit. And yes, a little bit is running, but you know what? I didn't paint that, and even that's running, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, you see the difference in the red right there. Yes, that banner turned out great. Now, I was going to do another coat to cover up the piece of the gold that's coming out, but I kind of like the look that gives, man. I'll tell you what, man, I really love this build, and I like how this turned out, and it looks even better. So I'm so glad I was able to do this. I'm glad y'all was able to be here with me. Now, a lot of people do something a little different with these stars that's right in front of the eagle. Some people paint it white. I ain't think about doing all that. Some people paint it blue, but I am not a fan of blue stars, if you know what I mean. But you know what? We shall revisit that at another time. As far as now, thank you for tuning into Wrestling Fray. Good night. You made it all the way to the end of the video, but did you subscribe though? If not, considering subscribing so that you're notified of every video we make and becoming a member of the Fray family. One of us, one of us, one of us. What? Thank you for joining the Fray. Good night.